commitment to seniors and to honor him as a previous mayor.
The St. Anne Arts and Cultural Center is excited to announce that it has now reopened for tours. Tours will continue to be held on Sundays from 1 to 4 p.m. The center will be following face covering and social distancing guidelines. Please visit the St. Anne Arts and Cultural Center website for additional COVID-19 visitor information and for any changes to tour dates and times. We look forward to seeing you at the St. Anne Arts and Cultural Center.
You can depend on us for public service. ON Radio.
Hi, this is Don Brunell inviting you to join us on the Midday Show every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday with the Super Quiz, great oldies, and interesting guests.
Don Brunell is back Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 1 p.m.
WOON Woonsocket. Serving the Blackstone Valley with music,
news and sports for you all.
the radio voice of the Woonsocket Call. WOON Woonsocket. On ON Radio.
Hi, I'm Dave Gobiel, the president of the Blackstone Valley Buy Local Group, supporting and promoting the independently owned businesses of our area. If you're not a member, I'd love a chance to sign you up. Message me at our Buy Local Blackstone Valley Facebook page or go to buylocalbv.org if you wish to sign up today.
Shop local first, all across the area. Shop here first.
The Rhode Island State Police are being brought in to enforce traffic and alcohol laws on Block Island for the rest of the summer. This follows 2 deadly crashes this month. The New Shoreham Town Council met to discuss the issue in emergency meetings on Sunday and Monday. The council's working with moped rental companies to come up with a plan of action to address safety. Good morning and welcome to Coffee Ann, the longest-running panel discussion show in American radio. To make a comment or ask a question to the panel, call 401-766-1240 or email coffee@woonsocketradio.com. And now, let's join the Coffee Ann panel.
Alrighty, it is Coffee Ann time here on ON, AM, and FM. Thanks for joining us. I'm Joe Callahan here on this Tuesday morning, August 18th. Happy birthday to my younger brother. He joins the rest of us. He's 50. Ed Cruz here. Hi, Ed.
Hello there.
And Linda Tebow's joining us on the phone. Hi, Linda.
Good morning to you.
He's just a youngster, right, Linda?
Yes, just a kid.
He's just a kid. That's right. That's what we've been telling him for years.
Still is.
And we expect John Martin to be joining us via Skype, but he's not here yet, but Dave's working on that. So in the meantime, let's get a first message from Ed Carew from the Carew Investment Group. Take it away, Ed.
Okay, thanks, Joe. Good morning, everyone. Ed Carew here of the Carew Investment Group. Telephone number is 765-8880, and we've got some simple advice about investing. Well, the truth is, there is no simple advice about investing. The old days of financial uptrends and downtrends lasting for days and weeks and months long are gone. Sometimes trends last only part of a day before changing direction. And investing is not an activity for those who can't take the time to study each twist and turn and for the opportunity that it truly presents. Since 1987, I've seen them all, and I'll invest for you the same way I invest for myself. Carefully, very carefully. And it won't cost you a nickel to talk about it with me. So you can call me, Ed Carew, at 765-8880, and we're right here in Woonsocket. Securities are offered through Bolton Global Capital, member FINRA and SIPC. Advisory services offered through Bolton Global Asset Management, a registered investment advisor.
All right, Ed, thank you very much. Linda, Ed would like to do a public service announcement.
Okay.
Ed had a little issue this morning with the roundabout that we what are we calling it in Woonsocket?
I don't know, roundabout, rotary. What do you call it here in Woonsocket?
I think it's a roundabout
that
we have over there on South Main and the Truman Bypass, and Ed takes it to get here from from when he's coming in. So what happened, Ed?
Oh, so I was approaching the Rotary like normal, and I get into the Rotary to go around so that I can come up whatever street that is. What is that street? Burning. Okay,
Vernon
so I
Street.
can go up
Yep.
Vernon Street and
Yep.
hang a right and come up through the back. Okay.
Okay.
And some idiot is coming down South Main Street, not even looking into the Rotary, and cut me off. Now, fortunately, I know Rotaries.
And you were paying attention.
And I was paying attention.
Yeah.
And I slowed down, but he just
And you
like
let him go.
went right through,
Yeah.
didn't even look.
Didn't even slow down, huh?
Didn't slow down, didn't look. He's an idiot.
Okay.
Okay? And word to you, sir, if you were out there, stay the heck out of Middleborough because we have a real Rotary with 2 lanes wide and 5 roads going into it and
It would-
out of it.
It'd be chaos
Out
if
of
he
it,
was
wow.
there.
Right.
Yeah. All
So
right.
stay out of here
And
and learn how to drive in your own little crappy Rotary.
And the public service announcement is people in the Rotary have the right of way.
Yes.
Yes.
So please, let's remember that. Unless you're driving in New Jersey, I think it's the other way around. But we're not in New Jersey, so don't worry about it. here in
I didn't check. Maybe he had New Jersey plates.
maybe you did. So hey, you never know.
Still an idiot.
So
Okay.
we're glad you're okay, Ed.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Now Ed showed me pictures because he made some pizzas last night, and they looked delicious. It just reminded me. Do you know? And Linda, do you know that
What?
there's a shortage of pepperoni?
Yes.
Yes,
And
I heard
the
that.
price
yes.
of pepperoni is going through the roof.
Yes,
Yeah.
that and yeah.
It's got something to do with pepperoni's made out of pork, and the pork handlers
The processing.
processing is down
Yeah.
because of COVID-19.
Uh-huh.
Now the beef prices have kind of stabilized and they're starting to come down, but for some reason the pork ones are still going up. So
Yeah.
if you see the price of your pizzas going up, that's
That's
why.
But they have turkey pepperoni, you know.
Yuck.
Do they? Yuck.
No, it's really good, Ed. It's really good.
It's probably
Ed,
more better, healthier for you
honestly,
too.
Yuck.
No, Ed, it's really good. Because my people like, the pepperoni.
My
yes,
people?
Well, my family.
Okay.
And, and with the cheese and everything. So I usually put that out with crackers. But
Okay.
then I saw that they had the turkey one, and it has less fat, and I put it out, and I threw away the container.
Okay.
So they
You should
didn't
have
know.
thrown away the pepperoni.
No, but they didn't know. Shh, don't tell them.
I won't.
It's really good. It's really good. Less fat, less salt.
You know what else is really good, Linda? We do this.
What?
Have you had
What?
turkey meatballs?
Oh, man.
Delicious.
I've had a lot of things made with ground turkey.
Oh, okay. So there you
And
go,
you
Ed.
you really can't tell the difference.
Right.
Actually,
And chickens have lips.
Actually,
Hey, don't-
I can tell
Don't
the
tell
difference.
my husband.
I
Don't
can
tell Dave.
I can tell the difference with the turkey meatballs. I go. This
You can?
Yeah, I said.
The
I
texture's
go. Well, they're frozen, so you just cook them from that. And I'm like,
Oh,
all right. There's a
fresh
slightly,
like cakes.
I don't do fresh. Come on.
Oh,
but there's a
yeah,
slightly.
but if you made
it's
your
a-
own, they would be good.
Oh, I don't have time for that.
Oh, okay.
But I've had. I go. Oh, this is a different taste. It kind of tastes like meatballs, but it's slightly different. But it's still good. So I'm all. Give it a shot sometime.
Okay, all right.
All right. And I've had turkey burgers. Had turkey burgers, Ed?
Are you joking?
No, you can buy them in the store. They already come. They're all
You
patty
buy a
together.
lot of things in the store that I
But no,
wouldn't
you
eat.
stay away from it. Chicken burgers? Have you had
No,
those?
well, chicken burgers, no.
No, you haven't.
Chicken,
Okay.
no.
Those are-
No. Chicken nuggets, no. No.
Okay. But pizza
Okay.
you make on your own. There you go. Huh?
Pizza I make on my own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And
Well-
there's no chicken anything or turkey anything in there. And the pepperoni
Okay.
was real pepperoni, margarita pepperoni.
Okay.
Okay, all right,
Price,
okay.
price is going to go up, so just.
I don't care.
You just remember that.
I'm not going to eat what I don't like.
Some people have said, these pizza places. I read a story, a nationwide story, and some guy out in South Dakota says, he was buying pepperoni by the pound. That's how they buy it, I guess. It was $2.14 a pound in January. It's $4.50 now.
Yeah,
Wow.
Well, it's doubled in
Wow.
price.
Yeah,
so
That's why your pizzas are going up.
that's why.
And pepperoni is
so
still.
how much more is it going to cost you for a pepperoni
Well, it's
pizza?
probably
An
going
extra
to-
buck?
Yeah. Well, it's going to add up after a while. If you have a
Well,
pizza a
then
week.
why don't you order it a little bit different? Like half pepperoni and half cheese.
Well, there you go.
And don't charge me for the other half of the pepperoni. I don't know.
The pepperoni is still the number one topping on pizzas
Yeah, I don't like
nationwide.
pepperoni on pizza.
You don't?
Yeah. Not on pizza, no. I'm not a fan, no. I like mushrooms.
That's the only place to have a pepperoni. It's on a pizza.
Sausage is good
Sausage
on
is
pizza.
good. Hamburger is good. Bacon is awesome
Yeah.
on pizza.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. But.
Or chicken. You ever have like fried chicken on pizza?
No, I don't like chicken.
Yeah.
No.
Yum,
You know
yum.
what I used to like? The old Mezzaluna used to make it.
Yeah.
Lobster.
Lobster on the pizza?
On the pizza. Oh, my gosh. That was awesome.
See, does anyone else do that?
I don't know. Well, I think not Hercules, the Gators pizza up there.
Oh, okay.
They were doing a Mezzaluna type pizza. They had the guy that used to make it at Mezzaluna, and that lobster that's nice on a pizza. Yeah.
Now, since we're on the subject of pizza, no veggies and no fruit. No pineapples.
Well,
and no broccoli.
like the Hawaiian one with the ham and the pineapple.
Ham's okay. No pineapple.
All right.
I hate hot.
Is everybody
pineapple.
hungry this morning?
I don't know. Well, yeah, I guess so.
All right. I shouldn't have showed you those pizzas I made last night.
I know, man. They look good.
Get you set off.
Could have brought some in, Ed, but next Tuesday, okay?
See what happens when you cut off Ed on a rotary?
Oh, I know. It is.
He gets violent about the pepperoni.
Yeah.
All right, so we got the smart people here today. We had the smart people here yesterday, too. We got more smart people here today. And maybe you can enlighten me on this. And we got a note that was written in to coffee@wonsocketradio.com. All mailboxes being pulled? With a question mark. Which ones? What about government metal mailboxes posted on streets through our cities? Is this temporary? This seems all too complicated. Explanations from the panel. Is anyone following the whole Postal Service story and what is going on?
I think it's political.
What's that?
I said not particularly.
Okay. Are they taking mailboxes off streets?
I've not seen that happen, but then again, the only place I've seen any mailboxes in Middleborough is in front of a post office.
Okay.
Yeah.
The way I understood it, and this is what I said yesterday, was it looks like the mail-in ballots will not be returned back to your board of canvassers in time for them to be counted. And people
may not be.
They may not be. And they're all and everybody's in an uproar because of this. They're in uproar now, even though.
Go to the polls then.
Oh, that's what Linda. That's what I thought yesterday. Well, just go vote.
Yeah,
at your normal place, and you're going to get pushback saying, "Oh, well, I can't."
Well,
or I don't want to.
Oh, there you go.
I'm scared I might get a virus.
Put on a mask.
I can go to Walmart though. That's fine.
Wash your hands. Yeah, you go to Walmart. You go to and there's fewer people that they'll let into. I'm going to the polls. My husband is.
I plan on going to the polls too. This doesn't affect me at all.
Everybody in my family, we're going to the polls, so we won't slow down the mail.
But then you hear everybody screaming about the post office, how people aren't going to get their Social Security checks, and people aren't going to get their prescriptions. I'm like, what is happening? Why is the mail slowing down? For some reason that I'm not aware of?
Well, the big
mail
deal,
is slowing down.
It's political. It's political. I mean, I just think, everything is about politics these days and who we're going to elect as president and all the others. But, yeah.
Well, Dave Richards had the story this morning. The post office they're trying a new delivery system, and I guess it's not going fast enough. Is that right, Dave?
Yeah.
You can't get people to work for the post office, so they're revising things.
Okay. I have heard that about the post office needing employees.
Yes. But, the whole thing about that fellow at the top that they hired, that Trump hired, it's a conspiracy.
Oh, good. I love a good conspiracy.
It's another conspiracy here. The FBI is investigating to see what,
Oh, good. Well, that'll get to the bottom of it. Okay.
Yeah. The Democrats have asked the FBI to look into it.
It's funny because I think last Saturday I didn't receive any mail, and yesterday I don't think I received any mail. The only mail I get is bills. So if they're not delivering, woo-hoo-hoo.
They're delivering. I get my bills on time too.
That's right. It's either that or I'm getting I'm getting starting to get a lot of the political stuff.
And you know what? Like my husband gets his meds through the VA system.
Yep.
And he, orders them online, and I think he ordered them, and 2 days later, here they come in the mail. So.
Well, that's pretty convenient.
I thought so.
And that's efficient too. So.
You know, so.
So
you
I
know,
thought
we
the smarter brains than I knew what's going on with the post office.
Well,
Everything was
you know.
fine until about a week ago, and then
Yeah.
now it's just chaos.
Well, you know how, because you know the whole thing, that's why I say it's political. You know how Trump said the mail ballots, a lot of
Yes.
fraud, blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah.
there'll be fraud with
so
it.
we put a person in place that cut the cost of it, and, you know, and the conspiracy is so that people's ballots won't count.
But now I'm hearing that the Postmaster General is going to be testifying before
Yes, he is, yeah.
somebody. And
Yeah.
now, well, from what I'm
House.
reading yesterday, a bunch of Democrats want him fired.
Yeah,
I'm like,
of course they do.
what is going on?
Yeah.
Yes, it
Go
will.
to the polls and vote.
All right.
Go to the polls and vote.
So, so Ed hasn't seen it. I haven't seen it. Linda hasn't seen it. We don't know about mailboxes actually being pulled here in the
I
city.
haven't seen them. I
Have you
mean,
seen
they've
it?
shown a few being pulled on the news.
Oh, Portland,
But
Oregon
not-
is taking them out,
not
but not
yeah.
around here.
Not
Okay.
around here, no. No.
Is that because of the riots that are going on in Portland? The mail doesn't want to deliver or pick up.
Well, I wouldn't.
Kind of makes sense. I wouldn't want to do that either.
I wouldn't go in there either.
Some of it was vandalism, but because of the lack of help.
Okay, all right. So that's what's going. Well, so it's still kind of a mess with the post office. All right. So
Yeah.
it's just,
They've been
Yeah.
abusing, the U.S. Postal Service has been abusing their staff for a number of years, Joe.
yeah.
They send actual time study people with stopwatches to follow them around on their routes.
Yeah.
And say, no, don't
You're
go to
doing
this
it-
house first, go to that house first. No.
Oh, it's more
go to
efficient?
That door over there like that. Oh yeah, got to be save a step. Your stride's not long enough.
Wow.
Oh yeah, hey, you took too long for this. Don't stop and talk to anybody. You want to work like that? Not me.
I also saw yesterday. I think to be proactive, FedEx and UPS both came out and said, "Don't ask us to deliver the mail.
Right.
we
no,
are
they
we
can't
are
do it."
too busy the way we are right now. So
Yeah.
don't even ask that question. Ask us that. So they're too busy dealing with Amazon and trying to get their packages out.
Well, the post office delivers a lot of Amazon packages,
Yes, they do.
too.
Yeah,
They call it the last
Sure they
mile.
do.
the last
Yeah.
mile.
They'll ship by FedEx or by
Yes.
UPS, and then from the local UPS or FedEx distribution center,
Mm-hmm.
they'll transfer it to your local post office for
Right.
final
Yeah,
last
and
mile
I've seen-
delivery.
Okay.
I've seen a lot of deliveries, especially like around the holidays and everything, you know, with the postal trucks delivering things on Sundays.
Yeah,
Yes.
they do it now too.
Yeah,
We see,
so,
every
you
Sunday,
know,
I'll see
yeah.
a postal
Yeah.
post office
Yeah.
truck come
Yeah.
down Katrina Road, and it's a dead end, so they're probably all over the place.
You know what else I'm seeing a lot more of? You know, you talk about the postal trucks being out. You know what else I'm seeing? A lot of broken down postal trucks. I'm
Yeah,
seeing a
being-
lot of them
Are
being
ya?
towed
Yeah.
Really?
by tow trucks.
Yeah.
Maybe they're just not ready for this kind of extra work. The trucks are not used to it. We don't like it. So okay. Well, that's kind of what's going on with the USPS. So I think we'll hear more about them, especially after the Postmaster General testifies today. I don't know who he's
Well, and after
testifying
the
in front of.
FBI does their investigation.
It's going to be another clown show.
It certainly
Yes,
could be.
it could be.
Certainly could be. All right.
Yeah.
It's time to take our first break on the Coffee and program. So, Ed, time for a second message from the Carew Investment Group.
Okay, thanks again, Joe. Good morning again, everyone. Ed Carew here of the Carew Investment Group. It's 68 Cumberland Street in Woonsocket. Our telephone number is 765-8880. And if you're looking for an investment firm that puts you first and works hard on your behalf, I'd like you to consider us. We're right here in Woonsocket, and we've been in business since 1987. So you don't have to go out of town for an experienced advisor or work with an advisor based in Boston or New York or who knows where, probably someone you're never going to meet. And we encourage our clients to come to the office and sit down with us as often as they like. Why? Because we like to do business the old-fashioned way. We want to get to know you on a more personal basis so that we're more attuned to your financial needs. So if you're interested in speaking with us for a free no-obligation consultation and find out more about how we'll invest your money, you could call me or Paul at 765-8880. Securities are offered through Bolton Global Capital, member FINRA and SIPC, and advisory services are through Bolton Global Asset Management, a registered investment advisor.
Thanks, Ed. And the Coffee and program will continue. Comments and questions can be called in at 766-1240. You can email them in as well to coffee@OneSocketRadio.com. Sourdough pizza tasting class is coming to the Honey Shop. They will start class with a sourdough pizza tasting, and then you'll make your own sourdough. Everyone will get dough to proof and bake at home. The Honey Shop's secret recipe will be shared, and each person will get their own jar of sourdough starter. The starter will make fresh bread until eternity if given good care. Care instructions provided in class. This is a sugar-free, no preservative, easily digestible, and all-natural bread. This sourdough pizza tasting class is at the Honey Shop, 1300 Park Avenue, Woonsocket, on Sunday, September 13th at 11 a.m. Go to the Honey Shop's Facebook page for ticket information. If you love food, you'll love the Honey Shop.
The Call is proud to announce a new and improved daily classified advertising program for our newspaper readers, subscribers, and advertisers. Blackstone Valley Values is a more affordable local buying and selling marketplace every day of the week. Lost and found, apartment rentals, items for sale, homes for sale or rent, and even job listings will now be even more within your reach. As always, if you have something you want to sell, call us today with your ad and it'll appear in the next day's call. Be sure to contact us, though, before the 3 p.m. deadline. Furthermore, if you're a subscriber to the Call, you'll benefit from value member discounts and possibly some free advertisements with this new program offer. The Call continues to be dedicated to you, as we have been for over 120 years. Call us today and learn more about our new classified program at 767-8503. To subscribe to the Call and become a valued member, call today, 767-8522.
The Coffee and Panel is enjoying coffee from Down East Coffee in Pawtucket. They're a 62-year-old family business that roasts all its coffee right here in Rhode Island. Founded originally as Excellent Coffee Company, they provide great coffee to food service establishments throughout New England.
ON Radio, feel the spirit.
Okay, it's Coffee and on ON AM and FM. Joe Callahan here, along with Ed Carew. Linda Tebow's on the phone. We're expecting John Martin from AARP to join us. We're just having a little trouble tracking him down, so he'll be here when he gets here. So, did anybody watch the Democratic National Convention last night? Does anybody know what was on last night?
I knew it was on, and no, I didn't.
Okay, and Ed just gave a noise, so so he didn't. So
yeah.
So what I understand, I did not watch it either. I understand Michelle Obama spoke. It's all done virtually, by the way. And Bernie Sanders spoke, and John Kasich, who was a Republican. I don't know what he is now.
Yeah.
He's endorsing Biden, so they threw him out of the Republican Party, I guess. And they all said, boy, it was all doom and gloom. If you listen to the sound bites that we had on our morning news this morning, and they said, boy, if you don't vote for Biden, if we don't elect Biden, you're all going to die.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically what they're saying.
Yeah.
That's it. It's all over. Pack up and get ready, because Armageddon is coming, I guess, if Trump gets reelected.
I think Armageddon's coming one way or the other.
Well, it is.
Yeah.
But it's going to come a lot sooner than you expected.
Yeah. It's down there, down the road a piece.
We'll just kick the can down the road?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a 4-day event, and they'll be on again tonight. I don't know who's speaking tonight. Is Barack Obama supposed to speak? If his wife spoke, do they plan on getting him as well?
Yeah. He, she's an excellent speaker, as is he.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
They both have a lot of charisma.
And I think Michelle said in her speech somewhere in there, it's basically a two-party race, so don't fiddle around with third-party candidates. And they're saying that was a way of telling the Democrats, don't write her in. See, if you write her in, and then the other half votes for Biden, then Trump's going to win.
Uh-huh.
So don't write her in this time round. We'll see if anyone pays attention or gets it. So, and Biden's supposed to accept the nomination, as he always does on the last night, on Thursday. And Kamala, she'll speak on Wednesday night and accept the nomination for vice president. That's how this whole thing works. All right, so that's with the DNC. So, things are not good on Block Island.
No, I guess
within
not,
2
huh?
weeks, they've had 2 deaths from accidents.
Yeah.
And ever been to Block Island, Linda?
Yes.
Okay. Ed, ever go?
Yes, I've been there a couple times.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And so have I. Now they're saying that there's going to be more Rhode Island State Police on Block Island to look for either drunk driving or drug driving or like that. So they're going to help out the Block Island Police for at least through the end of the summer and see if they can cut down on the rowdiness. The problem is it's the whole COVID-19 and people can't go anywhere. So I'm thinking a lot of people said, "Hey, we've never been to Block Island, and it's within the state. Hey, let's go down and check it out." And really, there's stuff to do on Block Island. There's eating in the restaurants, there's drinking in the bars, and there's laying on the beach.
Yep.
Okay, that's about it, unless you have a house there. Other than that, there's not much else. There's shopping to do, but okay, there's an hour.
Yeah.
So there's not much else to do on the island. And so they say they're going to go to the moped rental companies, and the state police are, or the town council is going to go to the moped rental companies, and there's quite a few, and they're going to come up with a plan of action to address safety concerns. All right, I don't know what the moped rental companies can do.
Yeah.
Other than they already.
They're dangerous.
Well, if you don't know what you're doing.
If you don't, bingo, there lies the rub.
Yeah, but they. It was years. It was
doing.
years ago because I know it was years ago. I was 18, and when I rented a moped on there, no helmets. All right, that changed. You have to wear a helmet. Okay, there's a safety concern. And when you go over to Block Island, most of the people go over in the morning, and they're perfectly sober, and they rent their mopeds. And if you've never rented one, there's a little safety course. Okay, drive up and down this parking lot. If you don't crash, you basically can rent it for the day. Here's your helmet, here's your moped, here's your money, and off they go. So what else is the moped company supposed to do? If you now have rented a moped and drive away, and then you stop at someone's drinking establishment and you drink for the rest of the afternoon. I don't see how it's the moped rental company's fault. Are they supposed to follow you around?
Personal choices, right?
Yeah, and you sign off on all sorts of liability forms, that you won't sue the company. This is dangerous. You could get hurt. You could die. Please sign at the bottom, and everybody signs. And okay, that's fine. We'll sign it. And we'll be on our way. It's like going skydiving. You sign all the safety forms so you don't. So your family can't sue the company. So I don't know what else they can do other than they only rent to people that are over 18. I don't know if they rent to 16-year-olds or not. But should we push the age up to 21 to rent a moped?
Why would that make a difference?
I don't think
drinking.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be
You're
drinking at 18.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I don't think that'll make much of a difference.
No.
Okay, should we do it like you rent a car? You have to be 25 to rent a car. Should we push it up to 25? We're going to lose a lot of sales.
Yeah. Do they ask, do you need a license of any kind, like a motorcycle license or anything like that?
Because I didn't have one. It was just your regular driver's license. I'm pretty sure I had to show it that I had one, and maybe they even took a copy of it. But you don't need a motorcycle's license to drive a moped because they can only get up to 30 miles an hour.
Yeah, but 30 miles an hour can still crash into an SUV like that young guy did.
Yes, it can.
Yeah.
But it can't. You can't go too much faster than that. So
yeah, but you can still get quite hurt on one.
Sure, you can.
Yeah,
you hit a tree or somebody else or another car.
Well, I think people think they're a bicycle or a scooter. You know what I mean? But it moves, and probably hard to turn and hard to stop. So.
Well, if it comes,
especially if you've had a few drinks.
Well, that's right. And the problem is when you come up to a corner, you can't take the corner going 30.
No,
you got to at least slow it down to about 20.
Yeah,
and,
that's what I mean. Yeah,
go easy around the corner. But it's it's tough what's going on there. So in case you plan a trip to Block Island, and I have never seen a Rhode Island State Trooper on Block Island on the 4 or 5 trips I've made over there, but you're going to see them now.
Yeah,
heading on over to help out, and maybe they'll be hanging out in some of the bars.
Well,
to try to catch anyone that's inebriated coming out of there. So So that's what's going on Block Island. By the way, and I've said it before, a trip to Block Island's great. The times that I've gone over, I had a great time. The ferry ride is nice. And I always take well, at the time, the high-speed ferry ride was not available. It was just a slow one. The high-speed one is 30 minutes. The slow-speed one's an hour. So
an hour, yeah.
So it's not really that much more high-speed.
No, really?
It goes a little faster. But I always thought the slow-speed one was nice. Out here for an hour on a boat ride. Hey, this is nice. You pretend it's your own yacht, like you own the thing. And these are all my friends. These are the fantasies I have, Ed.
I see.
And then you dock it at your own private marina. Yeah, this is nice. And I always thought the Fred Benson Beach is one of the nicest beaches in Rhode Island. Not unless you like waves. There's not much waves there because it's kind of inside a harbor, so it's just very low stuff. But very sandy. There's no rocks at Fred Benson Beach. So that's why I always liked it. So it's just a little personal stuff right there. All right. What else is going on? The post office back to post office, by the way. The post office in Albion, remember, burnt down about 3 years ago.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that either.
It was a building that was attached to it, and the building caught on fire, and the whole post office poof went up. But it's taken till now for it to reopen. Just in
time to not have mail?
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
The restoration effort was marred by construction delays and other holdups. We don't go into that. And if you lived in Albion, you had to drive all the way over to Manville to get your mail.
Okay, day trip.
Yeah. It was a 2 mile drive.
Yeah.
And you had to go all the way over there. But now it's finally reopened, and the Albion post office. I guess it's in the same place. Where that little stanchion rotary thing is there. It's near there, somewhere, and that's where the fire was. So Albion residents will be very happy that they don't have to drive to Manville anymore because they like the Hatfields and the McCoys over there. I'm kidding. That's not happening. So, all right. So that's what. So they're very happy that at least it's back up and running. So that's a good thing there. All right. We don't know where John Martin is.
There he was. Where's Waldo?
I know. I just can't find him. I don't know where he is. So we put a call into his office and we got voicemail. So we're still working on it. So. We're going to take a break here in the Coffee and Program, and it's time to bring you the forecast, which is being brought to you by CVS. Today, we are looking at a sunny day, and a high temperature will be near 84 with a light west wind. Tuesday night, mostly clear, low around 59. Wednesday's weather, mostly sunny, high near 81. Wednesday night, mostly clear, low around 56. Thursday, sunny, high near 81. Friday, mostly sunny, and a high near 85. Currently outside the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio on the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street, sunny and 68 degrees. CVS pharmacists have a tool designed to look for ways that may help lower your prescription costs. Visit CVS today. Savings vary. See store for details.
I'm here with Kara Benjamin of the Benjamin Insurance Agency. Kara, what can you tell me about the insurance industry?
The industry changes so frequently due to many different factors, things like increased weather-related storms, the invention of smartphones and social media, which increase the amount of distracted drivers, even the cost of cars. Today, people are buying $30,000, $40,000, even $50,000 cars with every kind of option you can think of. All these things impact the insurance industry, and it's important to keep current.
You're in good hands with Allstate and Kara and Celeste Benjamin of the Benjamin Insurance Agency, 125 Eddie Dowling Highway, across from Dowling Village in North Smithfield, 765-5000.
Our business is truly a referral business, and we have built it based on our premier service level and commitment to what we do. If you are looking for personalized service with people who care, that would be us.
The Baroaster House restaurant on Pond Street in Woonsocket is open for takeout and delivery of any dish on their menu. All you have to do is call them at 762-1717. Tell them if you'll pick it up or if you want it delivered. You have a choice. The Baroaster House is open 7 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday from 4 to 8, Thursday 4 to 9, and Friday and Saturday 3 to 9, Sundays noon to 8. You don't have to miss your favorite Broster House meal. Order takeout or delivery at 762-1717. That's 762-1717. The Broster House.
Get down to brass tacks at home with me, Bob Vila, and my tip of the day every day right here.
Bob Vila's Home Improvement Tip of the Day can only be heard on ON, AM, and FM every weekday at 6:50 in the morning. Bob Vila's Home Improvement Tip of the Day is brought to you by Cumberland Kitchen and Bath Design Center. Bob Vila's Home Improvement Tip of the Day on ON Radio. All right, it's Coffee and here on ON, AM, and FM. Joe Callahan and Ed Crew and Linda Tebow. And we expected John Martin, but John is not here. And this segment of the Coffee and program is sponsored by AARP. You can check out all the benefits that AARP can give you by going to their website, which is aarp.org. All right, now, Linda.
Yes?
Please tell us about the new Zoom classes that Aging Well is offering.
All right, will do. Yeah, we've had a couple of classes going, but now we've decided to expand that. And Fran Golombiewski is one of our premier exercise people consultant. She's really good. So we're going to add a class on Tuesday, 2 classes on Tuesday, then Wednesday and Thursday. But you know what we need? We need our members to send us, call 766-3734 and get us their email address so that we can let them know, how to access those classes. Because it's tough, trying to get people to actually access and utilize these classes. But, that's the way it is now. I don't see us bringing those classes back to the senior center anytime soon, with all the COVID guidelines. But,
right.
On Tuesday, we'll have Zumba and Yoga Lattes. Wednesday, her chair class. And on Thursday, we'll have line dancing and ballet. But we need that information because a lot of people, a lot of the seniors don't know how to access a Zoom class. So if they, give us a call at 766-3734, give us your email address. We'll get in touch with you. We'll explain how to use it, and we're trying. It's been hard on especially the older seniors, Joe, because they have the isolation. We used to have 10 exercise classes a week at the senior center, and now there's none. And I really don't see. And when we talk to other people in this, that senior centers, they're in the same boat as us.
Yeah.
But people need these classes. It's good for them. Good exercise. It makes them feel better. It's all kinds of good things about it. So, but yeah, that's what's
good.
Going
so
on.
It's exercise classes via Zoom from Aging Well.
Zoom. Right, they're going to be Zoom classes that Aging Well will be having. We have some of our stuff on YouTube.
Yeah.
Already, we have quite a few things on YouTube, and but just give us a call because we need to know how to get to you.
Okay.
So.
Very good. All right, the fun is just starting, Ed, in Massachusetts.
Yes.
And it's with Ed Markey and Joe Kennedy.
Yeah.
We got a couple of months before the election, and they're starting to take the gloves off.
Oh, yeah.
Well, which is great.
Yeah.
Which makes it so much more interesting and so much more fun to watch. And so Joe Kennedy, Markey goes after Joe Kennedy and complains about his family and his money.
Yeah.
And Kennedy comes back saying, "Well, you're not showing up to vote, and you're out of touch with the lower class, with the financially not good people." So there's a real battle starting.
Yeah.
And according to the story we have this morning, they are in a virtual dead heat. Now, I thought Kennedy was out in front, and maybe something has changed.
Too, yeah.
Maybe something has changed. But it's basically 44 to 42%, with a margin of error of like 5%. So that puts them 50-50.
Who's got the 44?
Markey. Is it Markey? Hang on. Let me get that right. Yeah, Markey's leading Kennedy 44 to 42. But the margin of error is 15%. It's a pretty big margin.
Wow, 15?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's not a very good
Wow.
poll.
I guess not.
Not a lot of faith in that poll for sure. Huh? Yeah.
They're
Now, did you listen to the debate between those two guys last week?
no. I know it got heated.
I listened to part of it,
towards the end.
surprisingly.
Okay. Yeah. And were they not screaming at each other, but were they raising their voices towards
Well,
each other?
A little bit, I guess.
Yeah.
But it really showed the ignorance of one of the characters,
Well, which one?
Kennedy,
Okay. On what issue?
on a lot of issues, but
Oh, really?
primarily he would make like an accusation, like
Okay.
say you're right, and Markey would debunk it
Okay.
and have proof that it wasn't true.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Kennedy would insist that it was
is
true.
still true no matter what
And then
he
10
says?
minutes later, they'd be talking about something else, and then Kennedy would come back out with the same thing again.
Yeah.
They just talk.
Yeah.
This is like, okay, this is typical. This is my position. It's
Yeah.
my only position, and I'm going to stick with it, true or not. It's like, oh, okay. Even my wife said, I didn't realize this guy was so stupid.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people saying he's running on his name.
Of course he is. Yeah.
I'm Joe Kennedy of the Kennedys of Massachusetts. You've heard of them, right? Then you should vote for me.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
And he looks good.
You're right.
I mean, you hate to say it, but that kind of makes it. How they present, what they look like, makes a difference too. He's cute.
It shouldn't matter, but it
But it
might.
does.
We
But
were
it
all
does.
cute when we were young.
Yeah.
Yeah. Has Markey passed the cuteness stage?
Is what?
Right.
Has
Exactly.
Markey passed the cuteness stage?
Yes, that ship has
Well, the
sailed.
Boston
yes.
Globe has endorsed Markey.
Have
Markey,
they?
yeah. I love that one that it says that Kennedy doesn't have the chops.
Yeah.
That one, I like that commercial. Yeah, that commercial, political thing.
Yeah. Well, Markey's going after Kennedy's family's wealth and privilege during the campaign. Kennedy is saying Markey should instead address his own poor record of helping communities of color. Kennedy says Markey has gotten it wrong repeatedly on civil rights over his years in office. Repeatedly.
Repeatedly, yeah.
So, yeah. We'll see what more mudslinging comes up out of these two. So, it makes a good. There's just no good, real ugly race in Rhode Island going on. Where this stuff is happening. So
Wait.
just wait. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
And we've got and there's one person has dropped out. There is 8 people running for Kennedy's seat in Congress.
Yeah.
In Mass, and one has just dropped out. Dave Cavell, I think that was his name.
Yeah.
And there's 8 Democrats. Let's put it that way that are running for it. And I forget who he endorsed. All of a sudden, I started seeing all these political ads popping up on my Facebook feed, and I'm like, are you even in my district? Apparently, they are. Oh, okay. So maybe I should kind of pay attention to you. And it's like, and then that was the one that was popping up the most. That guy Dave. And now he's out.
Yeah.
He spent all that money on those Facebook ads, and it did nothing for him. So he's gone. All right. The Worcester Red Sox revealed their new jerseys and new hats yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they had a big thing. Some say Woo Sox on it. Some say Worcester. I think that's it. They just come in different colors. There's a white jersey, there's a blue jersey, there's a red jersey.
Yeah. Do you like that Woo Sox? I don't.
Sounds silly. Right off the bat, I said...
No pun intended.
That's right. Actually, pun intended it. Right off the bat, I said, I don't like it, but then I thought, well, what else are they going to... What are they going to do?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
If you go W-O-R, Wur, now it sounds like worst.
What about Worcester?
Well, they're
I like the whole... I think the Worcester thing is the way to go.
But it's the Bow Sox, it's the Paw Sox. We've got to come up with something Sox that's small.
Yeah,
and
small. I
cute.
I get that. Yeah.
And,
I think the Paw Sox was kind of cute, but the Woo is. I'm not liking it.
Well, they'll have
That's
to
just
come up
my
with
opinion.
some kind of a mascot. What kind of mascot do you get?
They
from
have.
Woo?
They have.
They
already have.
Do they?
Oh, it's also one of the jerseys. Well, you
is
know
it
that
Ric Flair?
No, they'd have to pay too much money for that. You remember? You got to go back to the 1970s on this. Remember the yellow smile face?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got that. That's the mascot.
That?
And he's wearing a little Woo hat, and he's got red socks on, and he's swinging a baseball bat.
Oh.
And he's smiling. That's their mascot. And I don't think he has a name other than the Woo right now. And they say that they're going to bring paws and socks up to Polar Park.
Really?
Yep, and incorporate them somehow. Because, the stadium is called Polar Park after Polar Beverages. Well,
there you go. They should bring them up there.
What's the mascot for Polar Beverages?
A polar bear.
Orson.
Polar bear. Yeah.
It's Orson the polar bear. So they're going to try to make them all one big happy family of some sort.
I like those mascots. I have the cutest picture of my grandson, who's now 22, being held by Paw Sox guy.
Oh, cool.
The first one, so cute. Yeah, he was about 2 years old, I think. Yeah.
So, it's also marketing, and you look at that little yellow guy, and the 6-year-olds to 10-year-olds are going to love it. And they're going to be saying, I want that shirt with the little yellow guy on it. And they're going to sell a lot of those kind of shirts.
Yeah.
Especially for the younger crowd.
Yeah, okay.
And so it's all money. Right, Ed? It all comes down to money.
It's all about the dollar. Yeah.
But they introduced their new shirts and their new jerseys and new hats, and basically they're just different colors, red, white, and blue, and with the W on the hat and the Woo socks or just Worcester on the front. So feel free to go purchase online if you want. I have no idea what these what they're going to cost, but there they are. They're ready to go. Oh, there we go. $75 to $99. So it's a bargain. Yeah. Those are the replica jerseys. But that's actually the going price.
Really?
Unfortunately, and because I've looked at in past Christmases, I'm going to buy my kids a Boston Bruins jersey.
Oh well, yeah, the big guys. Yeah.
It's $100. At least, if not more, and they keep going up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So sometimes you can find like a knockoff.
They won last night. Did you watch?
Yes, of course I did. Yeah.
Yeah. They were awesome.
I wanted to watch the DNC, but I had to watch the Bruins.
Oh, you got to watch the Bruins. Yeah.
But those jerseys are anywhere between $100 and $150, depending on where you buy it. So $75 to $99 is about the right going price for authentic Reds baseball, NHL, NFL. I'm not sure about the NBA because there's less material there. Jerseys, so it's going to be $100. It's just that's it. That's just the way it is. Sorry, you can't go anywhere else and get it for less.
All right.
Kind of the way it goes.
I'm going to buy some pepperoni for Ed instead.
Make sure it's real pepperoni. I don't want any turkey.
The real
pepperoni.
one. I'll get you the real one.
Okay.
She's going to get the turkey and put it in the. All you got to do is take the turkey one and put it in the wrapping of the real pepperoni. You'll never know the difference.
I've done things like that before.
See?
But Ed, I won't. I promise you.
Okay.
She's a mom that says, "Don't worry. This is real chocolate milk, kids." We're on to you now, Linda. All right, this segment of the Coffee and Program has been sponsored by AARP. Check out the benefits AARP can give you by going to their website, aarp.org. Since 1948, their motto has been to give every customer the very best in quality service as well as attention to detail. And that promise continues today at Michaud's Auto Body, a modern 5-stall facility with the latest in technology. Michaud's Auto Body knows that following an accident, you need reassurance about the entire process, including reports, insurance, rentals, and more. Their promise is to give each person all that they are paying for, and then some. Michaud's Auto Body on Privilege Street, Woonsocket, 769-1983. Riverfront Patio Dining awaits you at River Falls Restaurant. Enjoy your lunch or dinner as you overlook the Blackstone River. Here are some of the wonderful items on the menu: steak and peppers pizza, baked stuffed haddock, and choice filet mignon. Make your River Falls Restaurant reservations today by calling 401-235-9026. 235-9026 or go online to riverfallscomplex.com. You'll love the Riverfront Patio Dining at River Falls Restaurant, Market Square, Woonsocket.
Hey, this is Paul Brown.
And I'm Dave Koz. This weekend on the Dave Koz Radio Show, I'll be joined by producer, guitarist extraordinaire, Mr. Paul Brown. Remember, visit DaveKoz.com during the week for all of the details and be here this weekend for Paul Brown and more on the Dave Koz Radio Show.
Hi, fans of smooth jazz. The Dave Koz Radio Show can only be heard on ON, AM and FM, 1240 AM, 99.5 FM every Sunday, twice on Sundays, 6 a.m. to 8 a.m., and again 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. The Dave Koz Radio Show is brought to you by the Carew Investment Group. It's the Dave Koz Radio Show, and it's right here on
ON, AM, and FM.
Coffee In on ON, AM, and FM. This is Joe Callahan here with Linda Tebow, and Ed Carew is here with us as well. Just taking a look at some of the other things and making news, and this is amusing. Out of New Zealand, and Linda, did you ever have this problem with your kids when they were growing up? Usually, this is a problem with the boys of putting things up their nose.
No.
No? Okay.
No, I never had that.
Okay.
My gosh.
Well, there's a 7-year-old boy in New Zealand. He's proving that what goes in the body will always come out. That's what happened to a small Lego piece. He got stuck up his nose 2 years ago.
Oh, my gosh.
So he was 5 when he shoved this thing up his nose. Doctors couldn't find it at the time and figured he'd pass it on his own. But that never happened. The New Zealand boy wasn't in pain, and the family all but forgot about it. That is until he took a big whiff of a cupcake over the weekend, and he blew his nose, and out came the Lego. The boy told his mom, quote, "You were telling me it wasn't there, but it was there."
Wow.
All right. I never had a problem with that with my kids either.
Yeah, no, I never did.
Putting things up their nose. You know,
told them don't do that.
Well, don't. Yeah, don't be stupid. Ed, did you have a problem with this?
No.
Not you yourself, but your kids. Some kids are just like that. It's just,
yeah.
We'll just throw it up the nose and see what happens. But you know, my kids would do the same. You know, get that out of your mouth, kind of thing, because that's what all kids do. That.
Yeah.
But we stayed away from the nose, and we stayed away from drawing on the walls too.
Yeah.
I was happy with that.
My kids did that once, and then they were little too. They were, I think, 3 and 2 years old, and they drew on here's a sponge. You're going to scrub this all away.
It'll be just as much fun.
Yeah, but you know what? They never did it again.
Well, there you go.
They never did it again.
Now, this story would have been funny if it didn't turn out tragic.
Right.
It's in Arizona. A man died after getting stuck inside a water slide pipe at a Scottsdale, Arizona water park.
Ooh, that's...
Now, you would think it would be someone that paid money to get into the park and went there with his family and that, but that's not the story. Patrolling officers reportedly heard cries of help coming from the El Dorado Aquatic Park before discovering the trapped 32-year-old homeless man inside the pipe. So it sounds like he crawled in there after the park closes and then got stuck. Now, why? He probably thought, I'll just slide down this slide, but they shut the water off in these water parks.
Wow.
So if you go in the slide, you're not going to be pushed along by the water. You're just going to stop. I think. I don't know. I've never tried this, and this is what might have happened to this man. It appeared as though he climbed into the slide and then somehow fell into a pipe that supports the structure.
Wow.
Probably couldn't get out.
No, he can't get out.
Wow.
He
can't get out. Wow.
I've slid down and I've stuck, and you can't climb up these things. There's nothing to grab onto.
Mm-hmm.
So the man stopped communicating with officers at some point. Could have panicked, had a heart attack. That's possible.
Wow.
Lost breath. That's true. Emergency crews dismantled the pipe, and then that's when they found his lifeless body inside. They just couldn't do it fast enough.
Wow.
To get him out, and the cause of his death is still being looked into.
Wow.
So. That's amazing. Have you heard any more on Ed or Linda on the story about the two people that were found in the SUV in Boston?
No.
Did you hear about the story at all, Linda?
I heard about the story. Yes, I heard about the story, but no.
Yeah.
Something about stab wounds or something.
So I haven't even heard that.
That's the last I heard. Yeah. I heard on the news. That's the last thing. Wow, that was sad.
All I read is that the woman's from New Bedford.
Right,
and the
21
guy,
years old,
yes, and the guy was from Dorchester, and there was front end damage on the car, and they're not sure how that happened. Could have happened when it went into the harbor, crashing all the way down. But I haven't heard. They haven't. At least I haven't read where what the cause of death was.
No.
So, but you heard they had stab wounds, Linda?
Something, yeah. And one of the news things, there was some mention of stab wounds, but it's kind of curious that
It is.
It's that okay, she was missing, and then let's go look in the harbor.
They got a tip.
They got a tip
from
obviously.
somebody that's where she was last seen.
Yeah.
Like on that dock.
Mm.
And so that's when they went over, and I don't know, maybe the water was clear enough.
Yeah,
and they looked down and say, hey, because it was down in like 30 to 40 feet of water.
Yeah.
And hey, there's something down there. Okay, let's get divers to go down there and take a look at it. Okay,
Yeah.
it's a car, and now we gotta pull it up. So okay, still waiting to hear on that. So last Sunday was also the anniversary of Elvis Presley's death.
Mm-hmm.
August 16th, 1977. Do you remember?
Loved Elvis Presley.
Do you remember where you were, Ed?
No, I don't.
You don't? Okay.
I don't either.
You don't?
I don't
Gee, I do.
You do? Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the date again?
August 16th, 1977.
Nope, doesn't ring a bell.
No, me neither.
All right. I'm sure you're all curious.
Where were you?
Oh, thanks. Thanks for asking. My older brother was having a baseball game, and so I was 11, so you had to go. And so he was having a baseball game. I was at the field. My mother drove us there. My father came from his job, and he told us. He heard it on the radio as he was driving from his work to the ball field, so in Cumberland. So that's how I found out. But the interesting thing is now, so Elvis died August 16th, 1942. I'm sorry, 1977.
Yeah.
He was 42 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
He's now been gone 43 years.
Mm-hmm.
We've passed. He's been gone longer than he was here.
Yeah.
Of course, that does happen to everybody, but that just kind of makes you feel old now. At least it does to me. He's just... No, Elvis died just a couple of years ago. Nope. So the number of years has surpassed how many years he has been on, or was on Earth, I should say.
Were your mother and father Elvis fans?
My dad wasn't. My dad wasn't really a music fan of anybody. My mother liked Elvis in his later years.
In his later years.
Liked the Vegas Elvis. Saw the Aloha from Hawaii show. They probably watched it when it actually happened.
Yeah.
Thought he was a great entertainer. Still looked good then. And the show was terrific. Now, ironically, her mother, so my grandmother, didn't like Vegas Elvis. She liked 1950s Elvis.
That's the Elvis I like too.
So I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
I said, that's really odd.
Yeah, no, I like the younger Elvis too.
Yeah. You would think my parents would have liked younger Elvis.
Yeah.
Because they were younger. They were roughly around his age.
His age, yeah. Well, you know why I asked? Because you were 11, and I was kind of surprised that you knew about Elvis, and usually it's because your parents were, or because of that's
the stuff they listened to, yeah.
Right, because it's the stuff they listen to. That's that's usually how people know about Elvis. Especially the younger folks.
Yeah. We always kidded our parents. We always said they were old, when they were 20, because growing up they were huge fans of the Lawrence Welk show, and being kids watching Lawrence Welk, that was just a snooze fest for an hour.
Well, yeah, I agree too. I used to watch it with my mother because she liked it.
My parents liked it too.
As she got older, after my father died, I would go watch Lawrence Welk with her because that was their kind of music, and they loved it. So I'd say, "Yeah, Mom, they're great." But you know what? It made her happy.
Right.
That's the thing. But I'm with you. It's a snooze fest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now, Ed, you were a musician in your younger days. Did you like Elvis in his younger days?
The younger Elvis. I liked rock and roll.
Rock
music.
and roll Elvis.
I'm with you.
That was what I liked.
So Vegas Elvis is no.
It was okay, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was okay.
What you
He
expected?
sang too many things that I didn't care for.
Okay.
There was a lot of gospel music mixed in with it.
Yeah.
And, things like
that's
that.
right.
I liked rock and roll. I
Elvis.
still like rock and roll. That's,
Okay.
that's what I grew up on. That's what I played in a band.
Right,
And
right.
that's just not going to change,
Okay.
I mean, I like other music.
Mhm.
So I like Southern blues.
Mm-hmm.
There's a blues station, B.B. King blues station on
the
satellite
satellite,
radio.
yeah.
I like that. I mean, there are some bands that I really like a lot, but, the music of today is definitely not my stuff.
Oh, okay.
I like stuff like Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Okay.
To me,
that's blues.
that's great stuff. There's a lot of good bands, ZZ Top, but
All right. So when you guys
I like rock and roll.
when you guys were watching Elvis when he was just starting and just coming up, and he was on the Ed Sullivan Show, were your parents all offended by his performance?
I don't remember.
No.
Yeah, my mother and father. I had an uncle that thought it was, awful.
Really?
But,
Okay.
My mom and dad, they were good with it. They
Okay.
my dad liked music too. He was a self-taught musician of sorts. So he liked music.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think my parents when Elvis came up, I don't think they were huge fans. Oh, this is the next big thing, and we got to keep an eye on this guy. But later on, my parents always told stories of the Beatles being on Ed Sullivan, and
Yeah,
that
I
was it.
did-
You didn't miss Ed Sullivan, and the Beatles being on there were a big thing. And I always asked, mostly my mother, what'd you think of the Beatles on Ed Sullivan the first time, because there was a lot of screaming going on, and she didn't focus in on the music for whatever reason. She focused in on what they looked like,
Yeah.
and she was
I
just so.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan.
But she was not offended, but just so surprised at the long hair
Yeah.
that the Beatles had at that
Yeah.
time, and she couldn't get over it that they would allow their hair to grow as long as it did. And I said, well, what did you think about the song they sang? Oh, it made absolutely no impression. I said, they came back and sang another song. Do you remember that? No.
Yeah.
All I remember is that, I go, but didn't they look nice? They were wearing suits.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
she-
they
and
were.
that's right. And they said, well, yeah, that's right, they were, but the hair.
Yeah.
I had trouble getting over it. She eventually did,
Yeah.
because it got longer and wilder and crazier. So, but yeah, that first time she said, "Oh yeah, the hair." No, can't get used to it. And then all her sons wanted long hair because that was the style. All right, I don't think she can. To this day, I don't think she can list a Beatles song. She
Really?
can. She can on Elvis.
Yeah.
Elvis she's okay with, because, like I said, she liked Vegas Elvis. So,
Um,
so there, he's been going 43 years now. He lived for 42 years, and now he's been going for 43.
Yeah, there you go.
Have you been to Graceland?
No.
No? Do you want to?
No. No.
Ever
Not
think of making a
particularly.
trip? No? I do. I want to make one trip to Graceland. And
You do?
I
Yeah.
do.
I don't.
I want to see
Yeah.
the house. I want to see the
Yeah.
jungle room. I want to
Yeah.
pay way too much for a T-shirt. I said I went
Yeah.
to Graceland, and all I got was this lousy T-shirt, and and I want to see the where he is laid to rest. I just do. I will not go in August. I will not go during Elvis week. Thousands of people going during Elvis week. I'm going to go like in April,
Okay.
when hardly anyone is there.
All right.
I think that
There
makes
was
perfect
an old
sense.
Elvis movie on yesterday, Roustabouts.
Aren't his movies awful?
I know, but and I
that's
remember
terrible.
when they came out, but we watched them anyways. But
Oh,
I
yeah.
watched it. He couldn't act to save his soul.
Oh no,
but
he's
you know,
he's
but
so
he,
wooden.
But he looked good.
Yes, and he could
And he could
lip sync.
sing.
He could lip sync his own songs pretty well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
In fact, it was last weekend, Linda. I watched Blue Hawaii.
Oh, I love that one. That
You
was
do?
one of my all-time favorites.
Go watch it again, because Angela Lansbury, who's a great actress,
Yeah.
plays his
I-
mother, and
Yeah.
she's awful. She's
Yeah.
terrible in it.
Yeah.
And she's
But I love
she's so
that, you
over
know,
the top trying to play this Southern woman, and she's terrible at it.
Yeah, but
It's
I
amazing.
remember that one because
The council's working with moped rental companies to come up with a plan